Today we have an opportunity to do the presentations in the class because we have to compete with another class and we have to do the public speaking maybe next week. Before we begin our presentation, we would like to pay our respect to teachers and our friends who are present here today. Today we are very excited that we have a chance to do the presentations. Maybe last week I went to park and I saw a lot of youth, but some youth they are drinking, smoking, racing a motorbike, and doing bad things in public. Do you know why I talk about this? Because today I will present you a topic that goes by the word the roles of youth in societies. In society, there are a lot of age groups like kids, teenagers, youth, and the older people. But youth is the important age group and they have the important role to play in societies. Citizens are expect a lot from youth. Do you know why they expect a lot from youth? Because youth is the most powerful people and they can make better futures for their countries and their young generations. According to my research, youth is any people between the age of 15 to 30. In addition, youth can be a good backbone to the nations and it is the most important human resource and the most important core for developing their countries. But some of youth they didn't know how should they should do in the public. So today we come up with 5 reasons. The first is development.
For development, do you know what can the youth develop in society? Firstly, they can develop the school lecture, the subjects such as Khmer, English, math, geography, biology, and etc. But they can develop it by making it harder for your brain to think critically and while the lecture is being taught. Second, they can maintain the peace in society. Do you know why I raised the topic the reason to keep peace? Because like sister mentioned, she see youth in the past smoking, drinking that lead to destruction and fighting. So we need to make peace with each other, make friends, not enemies. And thirdly, we must protect the culture of our own country, not to wear shortly or not to be bad to each other. And most importantly is that they can teach each other how to be the useful backbone of the nation to make each other useful and essential for the country.
Yes, the second is education. Education of youth is very important for education because teenagers and kids need to have who that can advise, encourage and taught them. Youth also have to be a good example for the young generation. And sometimes it can teach both of teenagers, kids, all their aspects in the general life, and show them so that that the bad happening around them or in the social to tell the young. And also, youth can advise and encourage to the generation and help them to solve and educational, psychological, emotional, and various problems, and sometimes youth can be a good teacher that parents cannot do.
And about the third point is talk about the volunteering. In nowadays, I saw that there are a lot of volunteers. There are a lot of youth. They work as a volunteer. Volunteering is very important for the society and for themselves too. They can get many new ideas and many experiences from this. They can help the poor people, the orphan, the old people, or the people that don't have the place to stay by donating their money, food, drinks, ingredients, and a lot of house material for them, and can help the other to construct the house, construct the school, and construct the health center for them to live, for them to get the knowledge, and for take care of their health. You can join the event with the doctor to cure the people at the rural area too. And a bad thing that I think the volunteer should do is donating blood, because of youth is a kind of the person who have the full of energy. Even though they can donate a little bit or much, it means they done a great job. So donating blood is very important for the severe person who lost much blood when they meet the accident. So donating blood can save their life too.
And the one over is this about the environment point. The youth should change their lifestyle and how it affects to the environment. They should make their home, school, or other place in the society more clean from day to day. In fact, other people they always using plastic everywhere, so it is the reason that make a lot of garbage in the society. I think the youth should make the thing to advertise in public and give some advice to other people, especially for the population live in countryside, about the consequence of using plastic and how to reduce using plastic. The youth also try to recycle everything that we cannot use it again, like the bottle or improve it. For example, you can collect all the bottle around the city and make it to the new thing that make other people interested in it, like make it to the souvenirs, materials, or something else.
The last is about sports. Sport help you to become a better contributor to society itself. So child involvement in sport help them to improve their social interaction, increase their confidence, and improve their listening skills. Youth should play sport that they think easy to play, be able to contribute for our society and another country. Easy to get know our country by sport.
In short, youth is valuable in societies. So youth shouldn't do the bad things in public, but in contrast, they should make the good examples for the young generations and help all the sectors in their countries and try to make their country grow up. Thanks for listening. Goodbye and good luck.